Welcome back to another video on the Media Spotlight. Today we'll be continuing my quest to watch every single feature-length Walt Disney Animation Studios film, beginning with 1937's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, going all the way to the modern day. And today we'll be continuing with A Tale of a Mouse. In fact, we're going to be talking about A Great Mouse Detective. That's right, guys, today we're going to be reviewing 1986's The Great Mouse Detective, or in other countries known as Basil the Great Mouse Detective. And let's get started.
From Walt Disney Home Video, it's adventure.
We've not a moment to lose.
It's excitement.
Basil, look out!
And it's coming your way.
Yeah.
It's the Great Mouse Detective.
Smile, everyone.
He's Basil of Baker Street.
Amazing.
And he's teaming up with Toby, Dawson, and little Olivia to take on Ratigan, the world's biggest rat.
What did you call me? You're a slimy, contemptible sewer rat. Ah!
You're invited to join the fun with Walt Disney's classic, The Great Mouse Detective.
The Great Mouse Detective tells the story of Basil of Baker Street on his quest to stop the notorious Ratigan, the world's greatest rat. He is a villain in the film, and he has kidnapped Olivia Flabbersim's father. He is a scientist, or more of a kind of just technician, knows how to make machines, toys, and things like that. He's a toy maker, and basically, Ratigan is trying to use him for his evil schemes, and so Basil, Olivia, and Dawson have to go on a quest to uphand him and stop his evil doing. Now, The Great Mouse Detective is notable for being the follow-up feature to 1985's The Black Cauldron. As noted in the last video, The Black Cauldron is the darkest Disney animated film up to this point, and the biggest failure both critically and financially. The Black Cauldron, like I said, really almost killed the animation division, and it was The Great Mouse Detective that kind of started to bring the company back. It was a lot lighter, it was a financial success, it was a quicker production time, and overall just a better result. As I mentioned, it did actually make money at the box office, and it kind of gave Disney and Jeffrey Katzenberg the message that the animation division could be turned around. They could go ahead and bring this animation division back. It was just going to take some work. And we would start to see this work with The Great Mouse Detective going into Oliver and Company and then 1989's The Little Mermaid, which we'll talk about in an upcoming video along with Oliver and Company. But The Great Mouse Detective is, I think, a very fun Disney animated film. It's a very simple story. It kind of follows the plot of The Rescuers in a way, where this mouse is, kidnapped or whatever, but in that case it was a child, and these mice have to go on a quest in order to stop the antagonist. And yeah, it kind of follows that pattern of person captured, mice go to rescue. But I think The Great Mouse Detective is different enough and fun enough where it's still a very entertaining movie. I think most notably, The Great Mouse Detective has a very swift pace to its story. A lot of the things in the film don't take a very long time. Everything kind of just flows together. So you have the inciting incident, the capturing of Olivia's father, then you have them finding Basil, then you have them going on the adventure, the stakes are raised, etc., etc., and then we go to the climax, and obviously we have the epic final showdown. Now, I would say that this film continues the tradition of great Disney climaxes. Disney in the 1980s and 70s even was really doing a great job with making action-packed endings. I think really since Sleeping Beauty, they were just kind of, excuse my language, cooking on that front. Because really, it's just such a fun sequence. The final battle with Ratigan is probably one of the most technically complicated sequences. It actually uses computer-generated imagery for the clock fight. The fight inside the clock But we're not even at the end of the film yet. What I really like about The Great Mouse Detective, I said the runtime, but I also think it has a pretty fun spirit to it. I do think the film can kind of struggle with tone, but overall, it's a very fun movie to watch. I'm not really bored by it. I find the characters really likable. While they may be simplistic, you definitely get to know them enough where you actually like them as characters. You have Olivia, the little girl. You have her father, which you don't really know a lot about, but you don't need to. He's just kind of the object that is kidnapped. You have Dawson. He's kind of the more father-like figure to Olivia. He's kind of the one that is, reassuring to her, helps her find Basil. You obviously have Basil himself, and Basil's a fun character. He's kind of the type that doesn't really listen to others unless it's on the case. And of course you have Toby. Toby's a really fun character. He's a dog, but dogs are always fun. And then you have Ratigan, his, little bat sidekick, the cat. You got all these fun characters, and it creates a really fun world of mice and music and animation. And speaking of music, this film isn't a musical. You could say, well, it has songs in it, but there's only 2 songs. There is the song for Ratigan, the world's greatest criminal mind, and then the song at the bar when Basil and Dawson go to try and locate the villain. And I definitely think that sequence is pretty interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised that sequence is in the movie with what I think it's kind of calling off on. The kind of thing of like, oh, here's these guys seeing the beautiful dancer kind of thing. They don't do anything, wildly inappropriate with it. But I think it's like, wow, I can't believe Disney's trying to parody that kind of thing. But I do kind of like the society that they build, that this is kind of like this rundown, London city, or it's a good city, but there's like parts of it, there's crime and stuff. I really like this. I really enjoy this film. I would say, though, like I mentioned, I think it really struggles with tone. And what I mean by that is I think there are parts of the film where it could really go to dark places, and it doesn't. And I just kind of feel like it's uneven. Because you have these dark moments, and then you have these light moments. And it's just kind of like, what are you doing? Like, I think they're trying to not commit to another Black Cauldron, because they obviously know that didn't go well for them. But I feel like this is a story like The Fox and the Hound, like where you could put some darkness in it. You could really make a really gripping crime film, but nothing really fundamental happens in this movie. And when I say that, like, nothing really happens that has an impact. Nobody's killed, nobody's, like, badly injured. I think the most brutal part, obviously, is that final climax. But really, besides that, I don't think there's really anything that has a huge impact or is memorable compared to another Disney film. Even 1988's Oliver and Company, we'll get to. That film has a really, really dark climax. A really kind of, high stakes, high energy, high violence climax to it. And this film doesn't have that. Like, it does, but like I said, I don't really feel like The Great Mouse Detective has a lot that's really going for it in terms of feeling more mature. It kind of feels like it's falling back into Disney telling an animated kids film, but I still like it. I think The Great Mouse Detective overall is a great Disney film. I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. And overall, I think I'm going to give The Great Mouse Detective an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's Disney's best, but I definitely think it is heading in the right direction for restoring the animation division, and I think it also gives us a great animated tale. Thanks everyone for watching, have a great day, and goodbye for now! Alright, and now that we have finished The Great Mouse Detective, we can go ahead and give it its rightful position on the tier list. Now, this film is complicated because I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if I'd want to put it in A. I want to put it more in B. So I think we're going to put The Great Mouse Detective right kind of in the middle of the B category. And that's going to kind of solve it for film number 26 in the Walt Disney Animation Studios canon. Thanks everyone so much for watching, have a great day, and goodbye for now!